The views and opinions expressed do not necessarily represent those of Access Fort Wayne, the Allen County Public Library, or any other supporting group. If you or anyone you know might be interested in making a television show, please call 260-421-1250.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Mary Penrose Wayne DAR Good Citizen Scholarship Award Program. I'm BENITA STEYER, Regent of the Mary Penrose Wayne Chapter, and we want you to know how much we appreciate your presence here today at this award presentation. This program, which has been in existence since 1934, honors high school seniors that have been selected by each of the respective high schools throughout Allen County. These seniors are the highest caliber and represent their school's Good Citizen winner. We are pleased to see so many families, educators, friends, and DAR members showing their support and recognition of the many commendable activities in which these students are involved. All of these exceptional students are winners and outstanding role models. I'm sure you know that. One of them has been selected to proceed to the Indiana DAR state level for this scholarship award competition. We will now begin with the DAR opening ritual, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance, the American's Creed, and the National Anthem, which you will find inside your programs. Will all who are able please rise? By virtue of the authority vested in me as Regent of Mary Penrose Wayne Chapter of the Daughters of the American Revolution, I now declare this meeting in session. To perpetuate the memory and the spirit of men and women who achieved American independence, to promote the development of an enlightened public opinion, and to foster patriotic citizenship, these are the objectives of our society, Daughters of the American Revolution.
Guard that which is committed to your trust.
Yea, I have a goodly heritage.
You shall remember all the way which the Lord your God has led you. Blessed is the nation whose God is the Lord. May we have a bow in prayer. Our Father in heaven, we thank you for your abiding presence in the life of our country. We thank you for all those yesterdays of our human race whose lessons and fulfillments have become a heritage to us. Continue, we pray, your blessings upon this nation, that all who are part of it may learn true nobility of manhood and womanhood. Grant us growth in understanding and increasing devotion to righteousness. In your holy name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you.
Thank you. The Pledge of Allegiance.
Please join me in the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The American's Creed. I believe in the United States of America as a government of the people, by the people, for the people, whose just powers are derived from the consent of the governed, a democracy in a republic, a sovereign nation of many sovereign states, a perfect union, one and inseparable, established upon those principles of freedom, equality, justice, and humanity, for which American patriots sacrificed their lives and fortunes. I therefore believe it is my duty to my country to support its Constitution, to obey its laws, to respect its flag, and to defend it against all enemies. The Star-Spangled Banner, led by Sandy Gordon.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Because this is a special event, we will dispense with the remainder of the regular business session. Oh, you may be seated. Sorry about that. I missed that. Okay. Mary Penrose REIGEL chapter is part of the National Society Daughters of the American Revolution, with over 180,000 members worldwide. All members of the DAR have proven their lineage to one or more Revolutionary War patriots. Our chapter was chartered in the year 1901 and was named to honor the wife of General Anthony Wayne. Our motto is God, Home, and Country, and it expresses the central focus of our organization. The objective of the National Society and this chapter are to promote historic preservation, education, and patriotism. The Good Citizen Scholarship Award we are presenting today combines two of these very important objectives. It says to introduce the judges, but I don't have the names. I know we have at least one. Would the judges please stand? I know there's one, okay. And what is your name? Sarah, okay. Thank you for coming. Do you want to say anything, Sarah? No, okay. Thank you for coming. Thank you for judging. It is with great pleasure now that I introduce to you Sue Johnson, standing behind me. She is the Vice Regent of our Mary Penrose REIGEL chapter. And I do want to mention that the lady that organized all this, Eleanor Dole, is sick today and she won't be here, so Sue is going to fill in her spot. Thank you.
Thank you. You can consider me Eleanor if you'd like. Thank you, Bunny. The young men and women here have been selected as the good citizen of each of their schools. They are our future leaders and have demonstrated the qualities of good citizenship: dependability, service, leadership, and patriotism. Our good citizens have a meaningful program prepared for you. Each one has prepared a short speech describing a person who has had the most influence on his or her life. Our good citizens will also share with us their future plans. Students, when you come to the podium, you will first introduce your guests. And guests, would you please rise as your student introduces you so you can be recognized. When you have finished your remarks, please introduce the student sitting next to you. They come here today to work. Our first student from Bishop Dwenger is Robert Klein. All the students will begin.
Thank you for that. My two guests I brought today are my mom and dad. You can stand up. And then also my guidance counselor for my school, Mrs. Bennett. Thank you for coming. I am from Bishop Dwenger High School, and to tell you a little bit about myself, I'm an avid runner. I've been a part of my school's track and cross-country teams for the past 4 years, and I've also served as the team captain. Beyond sports, I also like to remain active in my school and church communities. I'm the director of tutoring for my school's chapter of National Honor Society. I am also a lead altar server at my local church. As I'm nearing the end of my senior year of high school, I plan to attend college in the fall and study civil engineering. Like most high schoolers, I also have someone whom I look up to and see as a role model in my life. For me, that person is my oldest sister, Anne. No matter what she's doing, my sister will always give her full effort towards a task. She will never back down at the chance to try something new or take on a challenge. For these reasons, I try to model my actions off of her example. And finally, I'd like to thank the DARs of the American Revolution for inviting us all here today. Next up, we have Stella from Bishop Luers.
Hello, my name is Stella, and I'm a senior at Bishop Luers. I'm honored and very grateful to have been chosen for this award by my teachers and peers. I also like to congratulate the other winners. And I would like to thank my parents and the members of the DAR for their dedication to the scholarship and their efforts to reward good citizenship. I brought with me my mom, Louisa, and my English teacher, Mrs. Shaw. I'm involved in swim and tennis, as well as extracurriculars, including academic Super Bowl, Knights for Life World Culture Club, and National Honor Society. I'm still trying to decide what school I'm going to attend in the fall, but I would like to study psychology and become a speech therapist. The most influential person in my life is my older brother, Simon, who has Down syndrome. He's taught me more than anyone else in my life. He's taught me empathy and understanding, and that we need to treat others with kindness and respect, no matter if they express their emotions differently than you and I are used to. So he's taught me to treat others with care and kindness and respect, because you have no idea what is going on in someone's head or what they go home to. And I will take this lesson and values with me throughout my life. Thank you for your time. And next is Alex from Canterbury.
Hi, my name is Alex Elko from Canterbury School. Thank you for inviting me here today. I brought my dad and my college counselor, Mr. Estrada. My main focus at Canterbury has really been in the field of computer science. It's been a growing interest for me over the years, and my person who's actually been the most important to me is my computer science teacher, Mr. Kim. Without him, I would have never really discovered computer science, and it wouldn't have been an interest that would have become so consuming in my life. I'm a math person, and its unique application has really just appealed to me over all the different classes I've taken with it in high school. I also am an avid person in our school's theater department. I do all of the different technical stuff from like lighting and sound design, so that's been a nice way to express my interest in the technical world through the arts at my school. I am planning on pursuing cybersecurity in the fall, but I also want to keep up my interest in the arts and theater, so I might be trying to find a theater minor or something along the lines of that. Next up is Ella. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Ella HILDEBRAND. I'm the nominee from Carroll High School, and today I brought with me my parents, Dana and Kevin, and my guidance counselor is here in spirit, who unfortunately could not make it today. So a little bit about me, things I've been involved with during high school. I've been pretty involved musically, both at my church and in the Fort Wayne Youth Symphony Orchestra as a violinist. And I'm pretty involved in theater as well, so I like to be both on the stage and behind the scenes doing some more technical things as of late. And then something else that I'm very passionate about that I've been involved with since freshman year is Champions Together, which you may or may not have heard of, but it's a partnership between high schools in Indiana and Special Olympics Indiana. So students with and without special needs come together, and we get to play sports together and build friendships. So really that group of people are the ones who inspire me the most day to day. They're always overcoming obstacles, but they're always still so patient and so positive. So I really take that with me, and I hope to continue to take it with me as I go into the next season of life. So next year, after senior year, I'll be attending college, studying food science, so the chemistry of food and nutrition, and hopefully becoming a leader in bringing our world to a new place in inspiring the next generation of food scientists. Thank you. Sorry, next up is Michael.
Hello, I am Michael HABEGGER. I'm from Concordia Lutheran High School. Today I brought my mom and my dad. They can stand up to, yeah. All right. At Concordia, I am involved in theater and choir. I am in our low-level a cappella choir and our high-level chamber choir. I also am the vice president of our DECA Business Club and the vice president of our National Honor Society. Over the summer, I received my Eagle Scout certification from the Boy Scouts of America, and that is something that's been a wonderful part of my life, being a Boy Scout. Someone who's been extremely influential in my life is my grandfather, Larry Gegline. He has taught me a lot about what it has meant to be a man, and being a man doesn't mean being tough and strong and mean to people. It means being willing to listen, being willing to admit when you're wrong, and most importantly, he taught me how to pursue a correct and right relationship with my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. So, next we have Michaela from Wayne.
Hello, my name is Michaela Waugh. I am from Homestead High School. Throughout my 4 years at Homestead, I have served as our president of the Riley Children's Hospital Dance Marathon, which we have raised almost $50,000. I've also had various leadership positions in various clubs like National Honor Society, Best Buddies, Key Club, and Student Government. I have also been a runner-up at state for DECA. This fall, I plan to attend IUPUI through the Honors College and study epidemiology and public health and business administration. I would like to thank my mom for coming today, and her and my dad have been the biggest impact in my life. They've been always super patient and understanding. So I would also like to thank them for my work ethic and making me try hard and always do my best no matter what. And to everyone else here, thank you for coming. I would like to introduce Renee from Leo High School.
Hello, I'm Renee BEAUBIEN. I'm from Leo Junior Senior High School. Throughout my 4 years at Leo, I've been heavily involved with cross country and track and basketball. I've gotten the chance to be a team captain on teams that have made it to semi-state and regionals and track. So in that process, I've just been blessed to make so many memories with so many amazing teammates. Outside of sports and academics, I love to read and write in my free time. As for my future plans, which is probably one of my proudest accomplishments, I will be attending the United States Military Academy at West Point, where I will graduate as an officer in the Army. While there, I plan to major in economics, but that's still not for certain, and I'm still trying to figure out where God wants me to be. Upon graduation, there are many different options for me to branch into in the Army, so I'm just, again, waiting for God to lead me where He wants. And none of these would be possible without the most influential people in my life, which would be my mom and dad. And my mom is here today, as well as my guidance counselor, Mrs. Smeltzley. So my mom and dad first brought up the idea of West Point, and they've always just encouraged me to pursue my dreams, no matter what might stand in my way. They definitely taught me the value of hard work and gave me my work ethic, and they've always been there to support me no matter what. So without them, I'm really not sure where I would be today, and they've definitely shaped me into the person I am. So it only feels right to finish this little speech up with a very important statement: Go Army, beat Navy.
We will now take a moment, don't leave or anything. We are blessed with students, and we had too many to cluster them together so you wouldn't have been able to see anyone. So we will ask these to leave the stage. Your certificates are there to take with you and your tag for your school. And we will ask the others to join us up here so that we can hear from the remainder of our good citizens. Let us begin again.
Awesome. Hi, my name is KYLIE Rowland from New Haven High School. I brought my mom with me today. Some things that I did throughout high school, some things you might want to know about me. I'm a 3-sport athlete. I play volleyball in the fall. I cheer for the basketball team in the winter, and then I play tennis in the spring. I've been class president all 4 years of my high school career. I'm the National Honor Society vice president. I led 2 blood drives at my school. One occurred in October, and then the second one will be in March. The most inspirational person that is in my life is my mom. She taught me the value of always doing the little things right, and I feel like I've led that throughout my life. Tried to do even the smallest things like as hard as possible, go out and do it the best. And then in my future plans, I'll be attending Trine University in the fall. I'll be playing volleyball there, as well as majoring in biology. I'm on the direct admit PA program there, so I hope to become a physician's assistant in the future. Thank you. Oh, and then I'll be introducing Vivienne from Northrop.
Hello, my name is Vivienne Clark, and I am a senior this year at Northrop. Today, I have with me my mom and dad, and my mentor and assistant principal, Mr. Morales. I would like to start off by talking about the most influential people in my life, which are my parents, but specifically my mom. In my opinion, which I know is a little biased, she's the best mom someone could ask for. She has always supported me when I wanted to try new things, no matter if she knew anything about them. And she was always the first to cheer me on and tell me to do my best. From vibrant hair colors to the new clothing trends, my mom has always allowed me to be myself and express myself in the ways I feel most comfortable. And I was not planning on crying today. She's always helped me to be most confident in my own skin, which has then led me to help others find their own confidence. I could go on, but I guess I will go on to share a little bit about myself. Next year, I plan on attending Purdue-Fort Wayne to study mechanical engineering. I also have plans to start a non-for-profit STEM program for 4th and 5th grade girls, which will allow them to get interested in STEM and expose them to the available workplace opportunities in STEM. In the past 4 years at Northrop, I have had the incredible opportunity to participate in many programs, including National Honor Society, being a student mentor in the Pave the Path program run by Jeff Roberts and Steve Franks, and being one of the core members of the new peer mentoring group that was started last year at Northrop by Mr. Morales himself. In these programs, I've gotten to help many young adults grow their confidence and find their true selves. I'm a person who has always enjoyed staying busy, so I have also participated in golf the past 3 years and swimming the past 2 years. I hope you all enjoyed learning a little bit about me and all the things that bring me joy in life. And I'd like to end by saying congratulations to all the students who have been chosen to be here today, and I hope you all have an amazing end to your senior year. Thank you, and next I would like to introduce Bailey from Northside.
All right, thank you so much for having us all here today. I brought with me my dad and my mom and my grandma in spirit. They couldn't be here today, but they're here in spirit. First of all, I wanted to tell you about my involvement at Northside. I've been in softball for 4 years as team captain / prayer leader, and I've also been blessed with the opportunity to be president of the National Honor Society at my school and to be involved in programs such as Champions Together or other programs that have gone here and there like Legend Ambassadors, as well as some other programs with the arts. Another thing that I wanted to mention was some influential people in my life. Of course, my parents have been a big influence, and they've taught me to have such an amazing work ethic, and that hard work pays off. And I also wanted to give a nod to my grandma for constantly supporting me in all that I do in sports. And I wanted to also bring note to my brother, who has been a good role model for me and paved the way for me to follow in with him. For future plans, I am planning on being a dental hygienist at IUFW, and in hopes of being a dental hygienist and helping the community. Specifically, my dream goal would be to be part of a practice where we'd go to third world countries and help people who cannot help themselves. And I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who's given us the opportunity to be here today. And I wanted to give glory to God for the opportunity to be here today. Next, I would like to introduce Lee from Snyder.
Hi, my name's Lee. So I just want to tell you a little bit about myself. First off, I'm here with my lovely parents, Mom and Dad. I was born in Washington State, raised in Louisiana. In summer of 2020, we were displaced by the hurricanes that hit Louisiana. And while I've been here in the lovely state of Indiana, I've been a part of the Career Academy Anthis program, where I am in home building, and we have already framed up 2 houses for Habitat for Humanity. We are currently working on building a full set of kitchen cabinets for one of those houses. In Louisiana, I was a part of the agricultural program in Southwest Louisiana, where we did a number of things for the community, and we also learned about what it was like to be a part of the agricultural science, and it was really fun. It was really nice learning about all those kind of things. I think the most influential person in the world to me is my dad. He has really taught me what it really is to me to be a patriot and what it's like to have honor and respect for everyone around you, no matter what. He also has introduced me to the Navy, which is a part of my future plan. I will be joining the world's finest Navy as a United States Seabee. And at first, I was reluctant to do so. I didn't want to do it because at first, you know, he was in the Army, so I was like, you know, I don't know about this, but he really taught me how to have an open mind and try new things no matter what. And that very night, I told him that I will be joining the Seabees, and that morning we went down to the recruiter's office. While I am in the United States Seabees, we'll be deploying to different countries and framing up houses, hospitals, schools for countries that have been hit by natural disasters. And that's something I'm very, very proud of. And I was also a part of the Boy Scouts and Cub Scouts of America for a while, but had to quit when we moved. And to conclude this, go Navy, beat Army. Now, I would like to introduce Miracle.
Hi, I'm Miracle James. I'm from Southside High School, and I invited my sister, my mom, and my guidance counselor from school. And during my 4 years, I've been in the French National Honor Society. I've been in honor roll, honorable mention. I've performed in our marching band for Ivy Day at school, and I'm also the president of City Life across the street from Southside. And what was the next thing? Oh, my future plans. I plan on going to college at IU for their groups program during the summer, and I plan to major in psychology. Yeah, after that, I want to be a therapist, and then after that, I want to be a lawyer, so like a mix of both, yeah. And then the most influential person in my life would be Shirley Woods. She's the CEO of the Yole Wilson Center, which is like a center for kids after school that like don't have nowhere to go, and like they help them tutor and study and stuff. So Like, she taught me what it meant to be a leader, how to be the leader, the qualities of being a leader. So I just carry on what I carry on, you know? Yeah. And now I would like to introduce EMILEE from Wayne High School.
Hello, everyone. My name is EMILEE Richardson, or some people call me as EMILEE. And I am a mentor to children ages 6 to 12 at the Brandon Foundation. I am a paid internship at a CPA firm here downtown. I am the grant coordinator for a local non-for-profit called the Brandon Foundation, where I am able to gain capital and revenue so that we can continue our programming there. I am an upcoming contestant and speaker at the Teen Speak 2022, which is basically a TED Talk for teens where we get to talk about whatever we want and bring awareness to whatever topic we'd like to. This past December, I was able to organize an event with my school where we were able to give away 264 pairs of socks to SCAN and to YWCA, obviously split it, but that was a big deal for me. All while working at Walmart as a part-time employee. Very proud of that. My future plan is to go to Ball State University through the Honors College, where I'm able to expand on my education and knowledge of accounting, business, and maybe even teaching. I also plan to continue to build my non-for-profit called the Helping Hands, where I'm able to help homeless and in need teens who simply need a little bit of love, a little bit more help, and a little bit more support than a lot of us. My most influential person is my principal, John Hauser, who is here, and my amazing friend, Sienna. Both of them have pushed me in my academics. Not only have they pushed me in my academics, they have guided me through my cancer treatment, helped build my self-confidence and my ability to give back to my underappreciated community, and has pushed me to also choose gratitude in efforts to build and focus on my physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual health and growth. So that's me in a nutshell. Next up is Miss Van Camp from Woodland.
Hello everybody, my name is MYAH Van Camp and I'm a senior at Woodland Junior Senior High School, and today I have my mom, Megan Van Camp, and my guidance counselor, Mrs. Nunley. Throughout my years at Woodland, I have participated in volleyball for 4 years, and this year I received the Academic All-State Award for that, and then I've also participated in track for 3 years. And I am also a member of the National Honor Society, and I have completed over 30 hours of community service. And I am also in the top 3 of my class, and I plan to attend Indiana University, Fort Wayne to become a dental hygienist. And I want to stay in my hometown so I can continue to be around the 2 most influential people in my life, which would be my mom and my dad. My mom has been a big influence in my life, as she has taught me to always be kind to everybody and to always be optimistic even in the hardest situations. And my dad has also been a big influence in my life, as he has made me realize that I can do whatever I want, and he has also given me the work ethic that I have today. And I would like to thank everyone for being here and all of these fellow students for receiving this award. And I would also like to thank my parents for getting me to where I am today. Thank you.
Thank you, MYAH. Please join me in applauding all these outstanding young men and women. Now it is time to present the first place winner of our $1,000 scholarship. This year's Daughters of the American Revolution Mary Penrose Wayne Chapter Good Citizen Scholarship Award is going to Ella Hildebrand from Carroll High School. Congratulations, Ella. Come on up. I will ask Ella to read her writing for us because it is exceptional. It's right there in case you forgot it.
I didn't memorize it, so that's a relief. Okay, so the title of our essay was Our American Heritage and Our Responsibility for Preserving It. How do the qualities of a good citizen, dependability, service, leadership, and patriotism help support our nation? Our nation is built on a foundation of freedom. Now, as through the United States of America's history, that freedom comes at a cost. As citizens, we must continue to give up our selfish desires and live with servant hearts to support fellow Americans, just as our ancestors did. Citizens who set aside themselves to support our nation exhibit dependability, leadership, and true patriotism, leading new generations forward in freedom and relying on the lessons from America's history to foster a love of country and empathy for all citizens. Good citizens were at the heart of our nation's very roots. As men debated through the night over the wording of our new Constitution, they became early examples of the qualities good citizens embody. Men such as John Adams and Alexander Hamilton were willing to endure discussion and compromise of congressional propositions to serve their infant America and provide for her future. They treasured liberty and freedom and therefore set aside their time to ensure our nation would protect those rights. Exhibiting dependability by staying true to their values, their faith, and even sitting in that stifling constitutional meeting through the hot summer for the sake of love of country, our founding fathers became and remain examples of patriotic leadership. Without the good citizenship of those forefathers, through their patriotic service to fellow citizens by leadership of America and dependability in their passion for a free nation, America could not have endured as she has. She's been supported through hundreds of years by those early days of service to America, by the treasure of the longest-lasting government on the globe. Our freedom preserves because of the Founding Fathers' example of citizenship that continues to inspire citizens today. In a time where, yet again, division has taken hold in America, it is her citizens' responsibility to honor the values that hold us together, the values that trace back to America's very beginnings, service through dependability, leadership, and patriotism. Our nation will thrive as citizens live out the values from America's heritage, setting aside themselves to serve our country, listening and compromising just as our forefathers did. Debate over the future of our nation is not new. Discussion continued through the night on those early days over congressional representation and the balance of power between the central and state governments. These issues of representation and the place of government still underlie many current debates. Yet our nation's founders knew that compromise was necessary to serve their country and fellow citizens. And as we look back, citizens now can learn from our history and continue the Founding Fathers' good citizenship in a posture of servitude. Citizens carry on the tradition of America's heritage as they seek to understand each other and reach consensus, even as they remain dependable in faith and morals. As new examples of patriotism, they support America and serve those who love her, honoring our nation by continuing her heritage of protecting freedom. Regardless of the challenge, our more perfect union will be preserved as good citizens pick up the banner from our nation's forefathers and strive towards a country that protects freedom with a servant heart. Thank you.
Our second place winner for this year is Renee BEAUBIEN from Leo High School. Renee will now read her essay.
Okay, so same question as the last essay. When it comes to creating a successful and strong America, the society within our nation must be comprised of people who embody the values of dependability, service, leadership, and patriotism, or in other words, people who are good citizens. Everyone must do their part as a citizen of our nation in order for our nation to continue growing and flourishing. Our nation needs trustworthy individuals who are willing to serve and lead their community both locally and nationally, as well as maintain a sense of pride in their American heritage. Having pride in our country is a common denominator that helps unite everyone towards a shared goal of creating a better future. For example, if we did not have a group of men and women with a deep love for our country, so much so that they would lay down their lives, then we would not have a military to defend us. Furthermore, if the people within the military refused to work together or did not trust each other, the military would be pointless and the people of America would not be protected. Their patriotism and desire to serve as good citizens and protectors of our country helps defend America and shape our society in a positive manner. These qualities also allow our nation to grow economically. When people with the qualities of a good citizen come together with a passion to make their community stronger and work to produce innovative goods and services, new consumers will purchase these products and the economy will flourish. Good citizens work diligently to improve the quality of goods and services as well as lower prices so that consumers are receiving the best value products, which improves the society's standard of living. Furthermore, a good citizen cares about the rights of others and allows others the opportunity to use their resources in an economically productive way. This promotes more economic progress rather than if one simply attempted to use all of the resources for their own benefit. A good citizen is also aware of their role within society, as these qualities help the nation run smoothly. One example of this is voting. A good citizen exhibits their dependability and patriotism when they take the time to cast an informed vote on election day. Without people voting, we would not be able to have a representative democracy like we do here in America. Another duty of a good citizen is simply respecting both federal and state laws. This makes the community a safer and more desirable place to live, demonstrates cooperation amongst citizens, and shows a desire on behalf of the citizen to contribute to the welfare of others. Overall, good citizenship is essential for supporting our nation. It unites citizens, allows for economic growth, and leads to awareness of one's responsibility as a citizen of the United States. These four qualities of dependability, service, leadership, and patriotism are what makes our nation thrive in many different ways. At the heart of it all, these types of people are who define the true American identity. Thank you.
Our third place winner is Robert Klein from Bishop Dwenger High School, and I'd like Robert to come up and read his essay.
Thank you for that. I had the same essay, same question. How do the qualities of a good citizen, dependability, service, leadership, and patriotism help support our nation? What is a good citizen, and how do they play a role in the formation and future of America? Dependability, service, leadership, and patriotism have all shaped the founding of this great nation, and their preservation determines its future. Dependability is the backbone of our country. Humans rely on trust between one another that each will fulfill his or her duties. One way in which I have witnessed dependability is through my parents. Their commitment to family and faith is unwavering. As a result, much of my dependability as a person stems from their example. This is something our nation needs to take more recognition of. Dependability begins with the parents or guardians in a household. A child first learns commitment and trust through the model of their guardians. If this virtue is neglected, a nation can't hope to have trust between each other. A good citizen fosters the next generation of dependable good citizens by promoting the values of trust and commitment. In addition to dependability, service is another key building block of our nation that will continue to shape future generations. It is my belief that all people, no matter their circumstance, should give back to their communities in whatever capacity they can. One way in which I have witnessed this virtue support our nation is right here in my school community. Since grade school, my fellow classmates and I have participated in at least 20 hours of community service for others each year. This service has now developed into a crucial part of how students are growing as citizens. Whether it's volunteering at the St. Mary's Soup Kitchen or assisting with wheelchair basketball at Turnstone, this virtue of giving back to the community is shaping the next generation of good citizens. Service and leadership are two aspects that go hand in hand. Leadership stems from the necessity of putting others before oneself. Without leadership, America would be lost. Where would society be today if it weren't for great leaders in history, like George Washington or Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.? that helps shape our nation. One way in which I have seen positive leadership shape future good citizens is by witnessing the teachers here at my school. They are true examples of what it means to put others before oneself to promote development and growth. Nearly every faculty member at my school wouldn't hesitate to come in early before school to help a struggling student or stay late to listen to a concerned parent. They are true models of what it means to lead future generations of good citizens by putting others' needs above their own. Finally, patriotism is a culmination of all three of these. Patriotism is more than just pride in one's country. It incorporates leadership, service, and dependability towards serving the needs of America. One way in which I have witnessed patriotism for my country is through my older brothers. Two of them are police officers, and one is a member of the National Guard. They recognize the importance of ensuring the safety and well-being of our nation. So this is their way of supporting it. To conclude, that is why the 4 qualities of good citizens are necessary and crucial to promoting the future of our country by ensuring its growth and development. Thank you.
Congratulations. Thank you. Congratulations to all of you. And now I would like to turn the podium over again to our Regent, BENITA STEYER.
Okay, yes. I hope that you are as impressed as I am with the depth of character of each of these students possess. Please join me in giving a big round of applause. Another one, yay. And thank you, Sue, and congratulations, Ella, HILDEBRAND, RENEE, BEAUBIEN, and Robert Klein. A packet of materials containing Ella's essay has been forwarded to the Indiana DAR Good Citizen Scholarship Committee to be included in further competition at the state level. The awards program was taped by Access Fort Wayne, a service of the Allen County Public Library, and will be rebroadcast on public access television, channel 57, at a later date. We wish to thank the Allen County Public Library and Access Fort Wayne for providing this lovely space, the setup, and the technological assistance. Thank you to the judges and Sarah Huber that is here. It's Jeff Paddock, Heather Herron, and Sarah Huber. These judges were chosen by the committee, and they selected our winner. Thank you to Deb Reichart for preparing the program books. Thank you all for coming out today and showing your support for all of these accomplished young men and women. Being your high school's good citizen is a significant accomplishment for these students. Once the meeting is adjourned, we are asking that the students stay on stage for a few minutes, or if some of you could come up too, in order to get pictures. And because this is such a significant accomplishment, you may wish to honor your students by submitting these photos to your school's yearbook. Students, the program is adjourned.
Production facilities provided by Access Fort Wayne. Learn more under the Explore tab at acpl.info.